What's up, everybody? Here we are, another Thursday night on the grind. Yes, Jeremy Wade, I am live. Um, Man, I'm gonna let some people get on here for a minute. Let me check out my sponsors. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I said. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Ting. Ting. What's up, Mr. Uncle Bruno? What's up, Jeremy Wade, Brad Murray? I want to get over here and my phone's blowing up now. First off, tonight, oh, good lordy, come on, stop giving me updates. First up tonight's our good friends at Stellar Customs, stellarcustoms.com, 331-551-2560, Stellar Customs carbon fiber products. Um, True carbon fiber windshields, street glides, road glides, you name it, they've got it. They're badass. You got to get a hold of them. Check them out at stellarcustoms.com. You can check them out on Facebook at Stellar Customs on Facebook. You can even give them a call, whatever you need to do, but get a hold of them. They are truly badass windshields. Next up, everybody knows it, Urban Rides Magazine, urbanridesmagazine.com, Urban Rides Magazine on Facebook. One of the best magazines, if not the best magazine out there in the industry, nationwide. Awesome bikes, great people, all kinds of stuff. But you can also go online and get you a digital copy of this stuff too. So you don't have to just get a hard copy. You can also get the digital copy. But whatever you do, get over there, talk to them, tell them Kevin with the Grind sent you. What he said, the plug is in the house. Next up is our good friends over at North DFW Trailers. You know them, Kelly and Jeremy Fullman. And don't forget about Reese. They rent trailers, they repair trailers, they sell trailers, they upgrade trailers. When it comes to trailers, they damn near do everything. Right there in North DFW area, it's North DFW Trailers. Get a hold of them at North DFW Trailers on Facebook, or you can call them at 214-205-6787. And whatever you do, you tell them Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up, good friends over at Hopkins Design, web, print, branding, video, hosting. Earl Hopkins, also a hell of an artist with a pencil. Man, the dude can do anything. You got to check him out at hopkins-design.com. Get hold of him for anything you need media-wise, like a website, a logo, branding, design, anything you need, this guy can do it. Check him out at hopkins-design.com. Next up is our good friends over at J&D Custom Polishing and Plating. Everybody knows Gary Dubois. Get a hold of him. J&D Custom Polishing and Plating at 651-251-7400. Best chrome plater in the country, in my opinion. I've seen his work. His work is amazing. You got to go check him out. You need something chromed, go where all the big name guys go, and that's J&D Custom Polishing and Plating. Get a hold of him. Tell him Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up is our good friends over at Indiana and Northern Illinois Thunder Roads Magazine, another great magazine in the industry. You got to get you a copy of them, man. You can check them out at Shy South if you're up in the Chicago area. They're all over up there. You can even get a hold of them right here on Facebook at Indiana Northern Illinois Roads, or Indiana and Northern Illinois Thunder Roads Magazine on Facebook. Check them out. Next up, our good friends over at halesspeedshop.com. Some of the most badass flannel shirts, button-ups, t-shirts, hats, everything. These guys are badass. I wear them. I support them 100%. Not even if they weren't even a sponsor, I'd still wear their shit. Their shit's awesome. You got to check them out. Let them know Kevin with the Grind sent you when you do. Jesus Christ, my phone is blowing up. Next up, American Drag Seats, AmericanDragSeats.com, American Drag Seats /Attitude Inc. on Facebook, home of the custom air ride system. I can put those airbags in any seat you want. We do custom metal fabrication. We do full bike builds. We also do We also do plasma work, CNC plasma work. So you want something cut out of metal for your house, picture of your bike, whatever you need, get with me. We do custom speaker rings, everything. One-off designs, or you can buy some that we've already got. Whatever you do, check us out. AmericanDragSeats.com, right here on Facebook. Let me know. Last but not least is, it's not last, next to last, Legacy Bike Works right here in Manville, Texas. Legacy Bike Works owner, Devin Sockwell, my son. Full custom builds, audio, custom seats, stereo systems, port and seals, everything you could possibly want when it comes to custom baggers, soft tails, anything you need, you can get it done at Legacy Bike Works right here in Manville, Texas. Check us out, Legacy Bike Works on Facebook. Now I can say last but not least, good friends over at Throttle Monkey Custom Cycles in Chicago. Check out the name. It's throttlemonkeycustomcycles.com. Fat tire kits, plug and play audio, bike audio experts, full custom builds, front and rear air ride system, apparel, helmets, riding gear. You need them. Got them. Go check them out. These guys are awesome. And if you do go check them out, you let them know Kevin with the Grind sent you. All right. I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. We appreciate you guys. Anyway, so let me go on and give my shout outs to everybody. Uncle Bruno's in the house. What's up, Mr. Jeremy Wade, Brad Murray, Marsha Fitzpatrick, David Miller, Miss Janice Smoother, Juban, Pat Price, Rich Cozy, Pedro the Engraver, Mr. Keith Barker in the house, Mr. Baby Legs himself, Mr. William Cole, Jeremy Goheen, Mr. Timothy Skates, Tim Skates, badass builder. Jesus Christ, that dude's awesome. Let's who, Joe Hill, Billy Faust is in the house. Derek, the upgrade, Bolden in the house. What's up? Brian Barber's in the house. Mr. Chris Dubose is in the house. John Lynch. Who else we got in here? Dan Smooth Juban's in the house. Miss Marsha Fitzpatrick, I think I already said it. Pedro the Engraver's in the house. Kelly Lockler is in the house. What's up, Kelly? Is that Scrubbing Bubbles? Who else? Mr. Joseph Fretwell, good talking to you last night, man. Always have a good time talking to you, brother. Diego Lara's in the house. Martin Garcia's in the house. Jeremy Fullman's in the house. Jeremy Fulman with North DFW Trailers in the house. RKC Knives is in the house. Dr. Bob Bentley. Justin Davis. Oh, look, Scott Owens is in the house. He says, I'm not in the house. You are in the house. You're in the house. Anyway, let me kick this party off with the 50 people I got watching, because I know I'm not going to get anywhere near 620 people. Why? Because I just don't have enough fucking drama in my life to get 620 people watching me. The drama in this industry is really, it's mind-boggling to me. Let me go on and say why it's mind-boggling. No matter how good I get at anything, you'll never hear me say I'm the best. It's not ever going to happen. There are people out there, and I will say his name, Scott Owens, that are the best. Keith Barker is the best. Whether other people believe it or not, I think he's one of the best in the industry. Joey Hensley is one of the best in the industry. There's so many people, but to get to the level that Scott Owens has gotten to, an upper and comer that I think is an upper and comer. Hell, he may have been doing this all his life. I don't know. Is Brian Crooms? No, I won't even say that. I'd say I hold my own. See, Scott, other people say it for you. You don't have to say it. But anyway, let me get to the meat and potatoes of this shit. So I'm not rehashing what was said between Keith Barker's live, and I'm not going to say what was said about Joey Hensley's live. I'm not going to say anything about those things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk as the stupid guy that has a motorcycle and just wants some radios, some sounds, a system in my bike. You know, having been in this in this industry as long as I've been in the industry. I've been doing stereos in cars since 2000, 2001, but that doesn't make me an expert at it. And most people don't know it because I just don't brag about it, because there's nothing I've ever done that was brag worthy. I was never in a magazine. I never built, any kick-ass stereo systems for the DB Drags or any of those things. What's up, Darlene? I never did those things because those weren't my passions. But it doesn't mean that I wasn't interested in it. But I've done it. So, I mean, I know how to wire some shit up. And it's funny because even in the new age where you got the DSPs, which is a digital sound processor, it's a digital EQ for the layman's term. It's a digital EQ. What's up, Mr. Logan Black? If you get on your computer, you can learn how to use there's a name for it, but you can tune a DSP by just making an effort to do it. Here's what separates the men from the boys. Here's what separates the Kevin Sockwells from the Joey Hensleys or the Keith Barkers. Scott Owens is on another whole fucking planet. No, Scott doesn't advertise on my show. Scott doesn't do any of that shit. I just, when I know someone's got real raw talent and knows what the fuck they're doing, I give them the credit. Scott Owens is in a whole different level, whether he admits it, whether he doesn't. I don't know of anybody in this industry that if he really wanted to, he couldn't just crush him with a stereo competition. You do a grind, biker stereo build off, and you put Scott Owens against anybody. I guarantee you the second they hear they're going to get Scott Owens, they get nervous. Doesn't mean they can't beat him. It just means they get fucking nervous because that man knows what he's doing. He's taking the time, and this is something I got to see firsthand, is notebook after notebook after notebook after notebook, to the point I got tired of counting because it's not for me. He has so many notes from so many years of doing stuff. When you dedicate yourself to a craft, I don't know what all Scott's capable of. I just know Scott Owens and the parts he manufactures, his shop that I've been to and I've seen firsthand, and some of the stuff that he personally is putting his hands on to build. But I do know this. When I saw everything, I about flipped. And I can't tell you guys what I saw because I swore that I wouldn't tell anybody. And to the date, right now, I've not said anything to anybody because it's some next level shit. When people say I'm bringing a game changer, that man, if he would just finish the goddamn thing, it would be a game changer. You people would not know what hit you. It's retard level stuff. And if that's not politically correct, kiss my ass. Don't watch a show. It's crazy how good and how talented he is. I will say this too, while I'm on the subject of crazy talent, I got to visually see something from Keith Barker that if he ever got the time to finish, he would blow a lot of you people's mind with the talent he's got, but he's not blasting it everywhere. What he is blasting, and I had to talk with him, so if he gets mad, he's got my cell phone number. He can call me. What he is blasting is his mouth, and he admits it, and he runs with it, and he's not hiding behind anything. He knows he can be an asshole. He knows he can run his mouth, and he knows how he is, and everybody knows how he is. Keith is one of those people, you either accept him the way he is or you move on. That's just it. You just move on. That check I sent you must have cleared. That's fucking great, Scotty. That's freaking great. He said that check. Okay, well, you owe me a check. But anyway, my whole point to this is that there are people in this industry that have quietly made a mark, and then there are people that have kicked and screamed and clawed their way to where they're at, and you have to give them both some respect. The ones that I don't give respect to are the ones that bump their gums and can't follow it through. They can't follow through with time frames. They can't follow through with product quality. If I look at your shit and I just smile and walk away, I can guarantee you, if I look at what you've done and I quietly smile and walk away and don't say a word to you, it's because I have nothing good to say. Now you know my secret. If you ever see me walk up to you and I just smile and walk away from you, I think your shit's junk. I do. I'm just not going to hurt your feelings. That's just the way I am. What's up, Mr. Nagy? William Cole's in the house. That's just the way I am, because it's not my place to put you down for something you did. But the people that run their mouth, run their mouth, run their mouth, run their mouth, I'm the best, I'm the baddest, I'm the best there ever was. When I walk up to them and I look at what they've done and I just smile and walk away, that is me telling you, not impressed, sunshine. That's not, stop, just stop it. Because I can tell you there's a handful of people out there that when they do something and I see what they've done, I cannot shut up about it. I will sit there and repeatedly over and over and over and over and over give them compliments. And I'll be like, holy shit, that's badass. That's when you know you really impressed me, is when I can't shut up. You know, Brian Barber has done it a couple of times. You know, I see some of the stuff he does, some of the shit you guys don't even know he does because you didn't pay attention. He impresses me with some of his shit. Scott Owens' creativity and his sense of business and his sense of making products. Keith Barker and his, double fists up making speakers. If it's communicated correctly and constructive, it's not offensive. And if it is offensive, still, that person will never get better. Okay, that's may be true, but I've been told, and I've been told quite a lot my entire life, that the way I say things gets misconstrued. So many years ago, I decided to stop giving constructive criticism unless I am specifically asked. If you specifically ask me, hey, I want your opinion on this. Like I had a guy call me last night and shoot me a couple of pictures, won't say his name, but he sent me a picture of something and he goes, man, I want your opinion. I was like, are you sure you want my opinion? And he said, yes, that's why I asked you. And I was like, okay. So I gave him my opinion. The fact that it wasn't, I tried not to be mean about it. I just tried to be honest, because I know what's out there and I know what people are going to do. And I know how many buttholes are out there. People that like to run their mouth to the little guy that may not be known. That's fucking stupid. You're dumb. Well, you know what? Everybody used to shit their pants. Everybody. There ain't a single person watching this show right now that hasn't taken a massive shit many, 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 many times in your pants. My point is, we all start in the same place. We pop out of somebody else. We have to be taught. We have to learn how to sit up. Then we have to learn how to crawl. Then we have to learn how to walk. Then we have to learn how to run. Then we have to learn how to run right. So you're no different than me, and I'm no different from anyone else. Everybody starts at the same place. Some people succeed in one area and they fall flat on their ass in another. Other people will stand bright on one area and fall flat on their ass in another. But if you're the dick, you're the honest dickhead that wants to run up, and when someone asks you, what do you think? And all you have to say is that's junk. It's a piece of shit. It's a shitty tune, or your painter sucks, or my God, your seat guy sucks. That's just being hateful. And that's what this fucking bagger industry has come to. It's just a bunch of fucking overgrown, crybaby, insecure, oh, please accept me people. I mean, I've been saying it for the last 4 years and 2 months. 4 years and 2 months. Be honest. If you can't fucking be honest, then don't do it, because I know for a fact there are people out there that have had other people do their fabrication work and then lie, full-face lie, and say they did it. I'm a victim of it. It happened to me. I actually did work for a shop and they never said a flipping word about the work I did. I was proud of the work I did. It was pretty badass. I never got credit for it. But who cares? You must be talking a guy. It's not hateful if they asked. If you say shit without being asked, that's hateful. Amen. That's right. But in the same hand, if I'm a welder, I weld anything from 20 gauge to quarter inch. I pretty much weld every single day. I do CAD work every single day. I'm not the best at CAD. I'll be honest with you. I am not. But I do some CAD work that impresses CAD people that have, degrees in the shit. But I don't run around here saying that, I'm an Eric Contreras or I'm better than Eric Contreras. Actually, I have said that before on a couple of his projects, but you know what? I was better than him at those projects. I don't get to prove it yet until I get me a good, what's up, Daniel Roby? Until I get a good customer that wants to pay me to do that work. Or I get my own bike that I want to build and I can do some work too. But here's the thing, the reason I'm kind of skirting around all this right here is because there's an issue with speakers. Now, I already told you guys I've done stereo systems in cars. I've done it all. I have. I've never understood stereo competitions until I went to my first DB Drags back in 2002. Okay. 2002, they called my shop because one of the guys that worked for me, he knew about this kind of stuff. And he goes, hey, man, if you really want to get on the map, you're going to have to host a DB Drag. Okay. If you don't know what a DB Drag is a decibel drag, which means it's a stereo competition. Now, you're talking 21 years ago. Jesus Christ, 21 years ago. 21 years ago, it's hard for me to remember how they did everything, but I do remember this. They used a dB meter and they put the microphone inside the car. They didn't put it outside the car. They put it inside the car. Okay. And they would stage it in the middle of the car somewhere. Now, I will tell you this. I've heard the bangers. I've heard the fucking 20 subwoofers in a van. I mean, I've heard all these stereo systems, and the best stereo system I ever heard, and you can rewind, go back, find it your damn self. I found a BMW a guy had built, and it was probably the most awesome, insanely badass stereo system I've ever heard in my life. But he built it for the clarity. It was like orchestra, symphony type clarity with everything from low, low lows all the way to ting, 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 triangle type tings. It was amazing. You heard Joey Hensley the other night talk about when he first started out, he thought having 4 6x9s in his bike, you couldn't tell him anything better. Nowadays, he's doing this stuff right side of the windshield, 12 inches from the A-pillar, 4 up, off of the dash. That's where the mic goes. See, Scott Owens knows. Why does Scott Owens know? Because he's a 40+ time world champion. Fuck yeah, he knows. I'm not a 40-time world champion. I was the owner of a shop that did audio. And anyway, I'm getting off the subject. My point is that everybody has a starting point. And if you go back to the first year or even the second year, you heard me say this. When I hooked the speaker wires from my bike to my saddlebags, I used wire nuts like you would use for electrical in your house. People made fun of me, gave me shit, but every time I wanted to take my saddlebag off, I just undo them and pull my bag off. I did not know that there were these clips that you could buy because I didn't build all that. I didn't know Scott Owens back then. I didn't know Brian Barber back then. I didn't know all these people in 2013 and 2014 when I built that bike. I didn't know these people. I did what I thought would make the bike not only sound good, but really user friendly because I knew you'd have to get to the back tire eventually to replace it. So fast forward, everybody's, like Joey Hensley has gotten real good. He steps his game up. Scott Owens, it seems like to me, has always been good. Then when he switched over to doing bikes, which I don't even know what year he switched over to doing bikes, but he switched over to doing bikes. Then he did parts. Then he started manufacturing parts. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, for me, not for him, but for me, out of nowhere, I hear about this dude on the seawall in Galveston, and they've got this bike, and he comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, come listen to my bike." Yes, I'm referring to Scott Owens. Scott Owens walked over to me and asked me, "Hey, come look at my bike." And that was in 2018. Okay, long time. So you see, 2009, 2010, that's what he did. But in 2018, I didn't know Scott. And other than he might have followed my show. But anyway, Scott reached out to me, grabbed me. I got my best friend. We went to Scott's bike, and he had a bike that sounded so badass, it scared the death out of me. It did. And I was like, oh my God, how did you do that? Now you're talking 4 years ago, a bike that had so much bass and so much clarity and so much this and so much that it was amazing. I still can't think of a bike today that has sounded better and had everything going for it than that one bike on the seawall from Scott Owens. I've heard some amazing bikes since then. I've heard bikes that, Scott's done since then. That one bike, I couldn't even tell you what color it was. I was so blown away with the way that it sounded. It just blew my mind. With that being said, fast forward to today. You go to these stereo competitions, and I've seen it firsthand. I've never seen anything get physical before, but I know they gotten physical before because I know Daniel Roby's been hit. I know that Louis and the guys got in a fight. I'm pretty sure that Lex has gotten in a fight. There's physical fistfights. No offense, guys. It's stereo equipment. And 90% of your real customers that are keeping your lights on, if you're not a manufacturer, are 4 and 6 speaker builders. That's just what they are. Those are the guys you get in, you get out, you make money, you keep your lights turned on. When you get into these competitions, just like I think, with drag racing, you've got your John Forces and all those guys that have millions of dollars in sponsors. Well, those guys are your Scott Owens and Joey Hensleys, okay? Those guys are the guys you're looking up to. You're looking at them for what the next hottest piece of equipment is. But your average everyday guy, they're going to spend 10 grand or less and get in and out of here. And most of your 4-speaker bikes are going to be 5 grand or less, or even 2,500 or less for a good mid-range stereo system, because they just want to hear the shit going down the road. I was just breaking up the fight. Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. But you were there and you got hit. My wife hits me about audio. She says I buy too much of the. See, I love it that you guys are watching. My whole 70-something people watch. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. What's up, Justin Davis? I didn't give you a hey. What's up, Hayward Brockington? But my whole point is that this industry, as far as stereos, dude, if I end up going to another stereo competition, I'm only going to be going just for my son Devin, because he owns a shop and I want to see him do really good. What's up, Rocky? There, a stereo competition for me, it's not worth it. Yeah, Scotty Roberts. I'm sorry, my brother. Sorry about that. It's not worth it. I mean, you get into the ring, and I've never had anybody say anything to me in the ring yet. God help them if they do, because they're going to get one of two sides of me. They're going to come up to me and start talking shit to me, and I'm going to fucking give them a great big kiss on the mouth and laugh at them, or I'm going to lose my shit. They're going to swing on me, and then I'm going to go to jail. End of story. There's only two sides you're going to get. The fact that there has to be physical altercations in these fucking stereo competitions is retarded. We're all here, and you hear every single builder out there. I don't give a who it is. Scott Owens, Joey Hensley, Dorian, Keith Barker. You can hear every one of these guys. They're all going to tell you, man, I only go there to have a good time, man, and show off a little bit, but I'm just going to have a good time. It shouldn't matter. That's what every single person I've ever talked to says. But yet you get off into the freaking ring and people are running their mouths, bumping their gums, getting all up, and it makes me laugh. So I want to show you guys something because I'm actually making a point with this, and you gotta you gotta work with me on this. But this is funny. I'm sorry, this is just funny. Come on, open up, open up, open up, open up. I got to show y'all this. This is the best thing in the world. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to do that one. Not that one. I want to do that one. Okay, y'all need to watch this. I'm gonna put those. Y'all got to work with me here. Hold up, hold up. Work with me here. On desktop. All right. And then right here, we're gonna save this one too. Let's see. I'm gonna save that on desktop. All right, all right, all right. Oh, I just closed down Facebook. It'll be all right. But I want you guys to see something because I'm about to poke fun at the stereo people. I really am. All right, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh shit. Hold on. Hold on. It's coming. Hold on. I got something for you. Okay. So everybody's getting so serious about these stereo systems. And I'm seeing from the tour packs to the lowers to the pods and the fairing. Cody's now got speakers that go into the sides of the gas tank. So I think you guys should start doing this. And only real players and real ballers can afford this, first of all. But I think this is the next level when it comes to where you can put speakers on a bike. There you go. Put them in your shoes. Put them right there. I mean, it's part of the bike. Just touch the bike, touch the handlebar. Maybe you could get some woofers in there. Or you could get these and get full range. Those are components. You know, plus you got your dial knob, your bass knob right there, everything. You could do that. You know, that way you can get more speakers on it. Surely you guys find that fucking right. That's funnier than shit. Are you getting serious in this audio system shit? No. Is J-Bos watching this? Is he watching this? I can't believe it if he is. But my point is this, people. What difference does it make? I understand. Brought to oh yes, let me explain something. Those pictures were proudly brought to you by Shy South Customs Mofos. Mr. Smooth sent those to me earlier today because he was a little privy to what we got going on. But yes, J Bose joined a ding dongs. Man, you had us waiting to show us them cordy kicks. Hey, Hayward, hey, hold on, man. Those are serious, man. Someone put effort into those shoes, bro. Come on. He said, back to choppers and softail. John Seeger, that's right. What's up, Eric Hawkins? Thanks for watching. He said, bring Keith Barker on live. I would bring Keith Barker on live, but I don't want this to turn into another Monday night or a Tuesday. You know, thank God a couple of my friends, he said, you're losing us. Dude, I'm surprised you guys are still watching it all anyway after 4 years of me doing this stuff. I really am, because I'll tell you what, I have noticed a trend when there is drama and there is somebody talking shit about somebody, or somebody did this to somebody, or when there's drama, the numbers just skyrocket. When it's just a standard Thursday night of me trying to pump this industry up and do shit cool, people don't watch. They don't give two shits about watching me. All they want to do is watch the drama. They want to see the train wreck. They want to see the shit fall apart, and they want to see who's doing what to who. And I mean, it's a country, an old bad country song at best. You know, who's cheating, who's being true, and whose car's parked next door. I mean, the reality of this shit is it's stereo systems. He said, make bikes great again. Amen. Is J-Bos really in the house? Because I can't see him, probably because he hasn't commented. But if J-Bos is in the house, what's up, homie? Glad to have you back. I appreciate you watching. Leave a comment so I know you're here. But it's just, a couple years ago, it was all about the painters. There were so many painters. Oh my God, they suck. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, I will never forget. There was a painter, and he is so kick-ass. He is such a kick-ass painter. Everybody respects him, but he went through a period where he must have gotten some bad products and his paint jobs were peeling off, and everybody gave him such a fucking hard time. And yet he is probably one of the best, most talented painters I've ever seen. But you know what? He's also a human being. Holy crap. I should have brought me a drink up here. I need a drink. But anyway, so the other thing I was talking about, I talked to Keith Barker the other night. No, I didn't talk to Scott Owens, and no, Joey Hensley ain't got 2 fucking seconds to even fucking entertain having a conversation with me. But I've talked to Keith Barker the other night, and I was like, man, answer me a question. Why do you guys not have a very, he said, you're putting yourself to sleep. You know what? That's going up on the screen because that's funny as shit right there. I want to know why. And somebody explain this to me. If a motorcycle has 2 speakers, should it go against another bike with 2 speakers? If a bike has 4 speakers, shouldn't it go against another bike that has 4 speakers? If a bike has 6 speakers, shouldn't that bike go against another bike that has 6 speakers? 8 speakers against 8 speakers, 10 against 10, 12 against 12, so on and so forth. Hear me out when I say this. I understand there's a difference between a subwoofer and a mid-bass driver. I get it. There's a difference. But you know what the real freaking difference is? What's up, Wesley? The real difference to me is I've personally heard Scott Owens take a mid-bass driver and make it sound, in my personal untrained parking lot pimping self, I've heard him take that mid-bass driver and just eat up a subwoofer. Now, there's this big debate up and going right now that this certain guy, Keith Barker, makes a 10-inch subwoofer, but he calls it a mid-bass driver. Dude, I don't get, man, put me up against a subwoofer, a 6-speaker subwoofer bike. I will compete against that man every day of the week, because at the end of the day, it's all about tuning. It's all about, can you make your bike sound good? Is your airspace correct? Blah, blah, blah. There's so much technical to it that you can make a 6-speaker go up against a 6-speaker that shit's just badass. And you can't prove me wrong. You can't. You can give me all these technical numbers and you can give me these hertz and these ohms. But at the end of the day, when I pull up next to somebody and they're like, dude, I got a 6-speaker. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I got a 6-speaker. Yeah, but I got subwoofers. Good for you. If I whoop your ass with my 10-inch mid-bass drivers, I'm going to feel better. If you beat me, you were supposed to. You were supposed to beat me. But is your bag sealed? Is your bag ported? Is your bag open? What? Who cares? Guys like me that don't know, all we want to do is get in the ring and we want to play. It's like the guy that bought the six-cylinder Camaro with 315 horsepower from Chevrolet going up against the 5.0 Mustang that's got 340 horse. So what if one's a V8 and one's a 6-cylinder? So what if one weighs more than the other one? Those two guys bought those cars and they want to run them. Let them have fun. I wish somebody would start. I wish Somebody, hey, pay attention. I wish somebody would open up a stereo competition. I don't have the time. I got my own show. I own my own company. I'm helping my son with his company, and I work a full-time day job. I don't have the time, but if I did, I would start a stereo competition that goes around the country and says, you know what? How many speakers you got? That's the class you're going in. Well, what about if that guy's got, subwoofers? Then don't pay me your $20, your $30. Then don't do it. Take your ass down the road. Because I promise you dead to rights, when you take the technicalities out of it and you make it about fun, and it's run what you brung, a 6-speaker against a 6-speaker, these dudes are going to make friends. These people are going to be out there having a blast. It's no longer about a goddamn ring. What does that ring do? It does nothing. But I guarantee you, if I go to Daytona and I hit that show that I'm talking about and I fucking meet new people and I have fun, I'm going to remember that memory way more than I'm going to wear a ring or a wooden placard. There you go. I think it's simple. I think it's very simple. I think, no offense, Scott Owens, love you to death. You're the dude, not taken away from you. No offense, Keith Barker. No offense, Joey Hensley. No offense, Dorian or Lee or anybody else that's a professional badass. No offense to you guys, but you guys have made it so technical, it is no longer fun. Sorry. I'm telling you how I feel. It's just not fun anymore. There's too many rules, there's too many technicalities, and there's too much shit talking. Dude, I want to go in the ring against some dude I don't even know that has a 6-speaker bike. I don't care if it's a Road Glide. I don't care if it's a Street Glide. I don't care if it's a Road King. But you can only have 6 speakers. I don't care if all 6 of the speakers are subwoofers. You run your 6-speaker subwoofers, I'll run my 6-speaker what I got. We haven't done that. The formats have forced that. What formats? What formats are forcing that? Educate me so I don't come off like a dick, even though I'm going to come off like a dick anyway. The way I look at it is there's too many fucking classes and there's too many rules. If you have 6 speakers, go against a 6-speaker. If you have a 4-speaker, go against a 4-speaker. 8 against 8, 10 against 10, 12 against 12, whatever. Classes, too many gray areas. See, I think the gray areas are in there. Because the gray areas are because the promoters that are holding the shows are like, okay, we have 45 classes. Man, stop it. I agree, Keith. The promoters make the rules. Okay? How many bike stereo competition shows are out there? What's there, 4 of them, I think? Every single one of the show owners has a bike shop. Say it ain't so. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me that there is a stereo show out there that is ran by either the equipment people, but you're never going to show why you got to bring Randy Akers into this. Laugh myself. Wait, he has more than 45 classes. Never. Oh my God. I thought you wasn't going to compete with your bike. The wormhole got you. No. I'm not competing with my bike. I'm talking about if you're going to do this. Okay, so SOS and Banger. Okay, who owns the SOS? Correct me if I'm not wrong. That was started by a shop owner. Just like Team Money Cycles. Started by a shop owner. Just like Banger. Originally started by an individual that worked really tight with, oh no, I'm wrong. It was started by a shop owner too. Every one of these stereo competitions is started by a shop owner. I want to see one of these started by the actual equipment company. Somebody that doesn't build bikes, somebody that only runs equipment. It doesn't have to be complicated in my mind. Maybe I'm simple, maybe I have no clue what I'm talking about, but I guarantee you this, every single competitor, every single builder, every single person I've spoken to, with the exception of maybe 3, have said the exact same thing behind closed doors. Yeah, I think it should be just that cut and dry. I think 4 should go against 4, 2 against 2, 6 against 6, whatever. I think the fact that you take the subwoofers and the mid bass drivers and you just group the motherfuckers together, because I'll tell you what, people are getting smart. Your Scott Owenses are there. They know how to build a speaker. More King of the Hill. King of the Hill is good too. Big Wheel Women Rumble Night doesn't have a shop. Okay, good to know. Never heard of it. I thought Big Wheel Women was part of the SOS. Educate me. Thank you very much. But my whole point is that when you overload, and I feel this way about bike shows too. I feel this fucking way about bike shows. And I'll give you a prime example about a bike show. I went to a bike show, saw a guy that bought a motorcycle the week before, 2 weeks before, a month before the show, entered that bike into the show and won his class because there was no one else in his class. And then he never even gave credit to the guy that actually built the bike. But because he bought it, he took it. And now he claims, well, this is my trophy. This is mine. That's bullshit. You know, the Riddler. Does the Riddler, correct me if I'm right or if I'm wrong, does the Riddler have any classes? Because if I'm not mistaken, in the 35 or 40 years that I've been going to the Houston Autorama, I am not privy to the Riddler having classes. I'm privy to the Riddler being the best of the best of. Period. It doesn't matter what you build. You can enter it into the Riddler because you're not competing against another car. You're competing in front of the judges. I got to go past my bedtime. I'm up at 4 a.m. I would believe that, but it's not even 9 o'clock yet, Scott. But okay. Hey, man, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. And I'm being very serious when I say that, Scott. Appreciate you, man. Finish that fucking bike so I can show people you're the baddest motherfucker in the neighborhood. Yeah, I said that. I said it, but he's got to finish it in order to prove that. He will change his fucking game if he ever finishes that bike. It's live. I'm never taking it down. You can correct me later. Anyway, my whole point is that even bike shows, I don't even enter my bikes in bike shows anymore. I quit entering my bikes in bike shows after 2015 because if there's 100 bikes, I guarantee you there's 50 classes. It's another participation trophy award. It's bullshit. There's only one show I'm interested in going to, and the only reason I'm interested in going to it is because the last 2 years I went and saw the show, I didn't see. And I want to go to the Rat's Hole. And I want to enter the 2 bikes, the Martin Brothers that I'm restoring, and then I want to enter that 360/30 that I'm building. I want to put them in there. And I'm hoping there's other bikes in that class because I don't want to win a participation trophy. If I win a participation trophy, I'll be the first to fucking tell you I won this trophy because I was the only person in my class. And I will be the guy to say that. It's bullshit. But I've gotten on my high horse about this stuff tonight because it just grow up, guys. It's not a big deal. You know, run what you brung, compete against equal. And if you tell me a subwoofer cannot be beaten by a mid-bass driver, you're crazy. I've seen it, I've heard it, and I know there are builders out there that would prefer to use mid-bass drivers because they can do more with them. It is what it is, people. It shouldn't be this big a fucking deal. And there's no reason you should have 620 people watching the shit show that happened, at the beginning of this week. 620 people. I've watched both of these people go live before and never seen them get to half of that. Not seen them get half of it. Hell, tonight with my little bit of rambling, I only got up to 75 people, which is cool. I appreciate it because my followers are stable. They watch every week. It becomes a big deal when people get in their feelings. Jeremy, we're all in our feelings. We're all overgrown kids. That's all we are. All I'm saying is I wish somebody would do, I guess you could call it an outlaw show, where 2 speakers versus 2 people, 4 speakers versus 4 speakers, 6 versus 6, 8 versus 8. That's what I think you should do. And if someone runs up on me with a set of subwoofers, man, come on, whoop me. Because if you don't whoop me, man, you just got beat by 2 mid-bass drivers with a badass tune. But I just think it should be that simple. And I know people like Scott Owens and Joey Hensley. Well, not Joey. Joey didn't really fuck with me. But I know Scott's probably going to text me tomorrow and be like, you're an idiot. And he's right. I am an idiot. But I'm the general population that's buying the equipment. I'm the one that's paying the bills. I'm the one that's purchasing what you have to sell. That's what you want to appeal to. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, and I could just sit here and keep rambling on, but I'll tell you this. There are some bad motherfuckers in this industry, and God help you if they ever finish their bikes. One of them is Scott Owens. The other one is Keith Baby Legs Barker. I have been privy. My eyes have seen things I cannot unsee, and I'm telling you guys, if they finish these 2 bikes, they will be 2 of the baddest bikes in the fucking country, and it will wake everybody else up, and everybody will be like, oh, shit, I had no idea. Because I had no idea. They both have inspired me to do better at my creativity. The creativity with what you build is what it's about. Simple won't create drama, so they don't like it. Amen, John. I appreciate it. Bruno Capola, yes, we will go live next week with the grind, auto grind. Is that the white car you purchased? It's going to be a cool restaurant. Yeah, that white car. I think you should paint it black and call it Cobra. I'm just saying. Same car. But anyway, now you've had 3 lives this week, and they're all about stereos. Man, dude, I just want you guys to have fun. Just have a good time, man. Do what you can do and enjoy this stuff. I would say don't get in your feelings, but it's hard not to get in your feelings when you've got somebody cussing you out and saying you suck and, your tune sucks and all this, that, and the other. But the other thing is, it's kind of like working in a plant, man. You got to have some type of thick skin to get through this thing called life, because people are going to be assholes. They just are. But it is not worth fighting. Guess it's time for me to finish the Mona Lisa. Well, I'm just saying, Keith. I mean, I'm just sat here and kind of blown you up a little bit. And yeah, I think you should make time at least one day a week to spend just on that bike and finish the motherfucker up. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it live right here. Take one day a week and work on that bike until it's done. Let me get some of the mid-bass first. Yes. Chaos brings money. The sad world we live in. Yes. Yes. Hey, did y'all see whose shirt I'm wearing tonight? Just want to let you guys know. My boy, Jeremy Valentine, Joker Cycle Works, man. I appreciate him sending me this shirt. I dig it, but everybody knows red is my favorite color. So, any of you guys out there, I absolutely we can, Dan. Shut up and build. The grind t-shirts are still available. We got them. They say the shut up and build on the back. Bada bing, bada boom. But anyway, Wesley Brown, let me get some of that mid bass first. Yes, sir. Tim's I have nowhere to put speakers. That's right, because you're writing. Is one hell of a builder, but yeah, even better person, even better family person. Gotcha. What's up, Aaron? But anyway, guys, that's all I've got on that subject tonight. I will be trying my hardest to have an interview next week with a guy named Magic Schwartz. If you guys don't know who he is, go look him up. His name is Magic Schwartz. He's been in a lot of movies with Sylvester Stallone, Mickey Rourke. Man, there's a lot of movies he's been on. Anyway, I got the opportunity to meet him this last summer in Austin. The dude's amazing car guy, amazing bike guy, and just an all-around nice guy. But I will be contacting him early next week. We're going to see if we can't get him on here next week. So be sure to tune in next week for an absolutely badass interview. You guys go have a kick-ass night. Try to be nice to each other because no one else likes you anyway. Anyway, you guys have a great night.